All right, so I know these videos are coming out very late this week. To be honest with you, I was like this close from just calling it a season with these videos, but I'm just sticking it out to the end. But this is going to be the post game video for the Jaguar game. Not much to say here other than they do what the Jets do. They win when they don't need to win, and they just fuck their draft position up. And ironically, you know, if you watch the Jaguar video, I shared a story. It was like a memory that I had between the Jets and Jaguars. It was a 1998 playoff game. Just go watch that video if you want the full story on it. But that was like my memory with the Jaguars. Like, it's a very fond memory. But after I was done with that video, I said, you know what? There's another story I have with the Jaguars that's pretty interesting too, I think. And I think every Jet fan shares this story. When the Jets had the number one pick, well, the Jets had the number one pick for like the entire season going into the Lawrence draft, right? The draft where they got Zach Wilson. And, you know, again, history between the Jaguars and Jets. What did the Jets do? The Jets, I think they only had like 2 games left in the season to just lock up the number one pick. The Jets would have drafted Lawrence, and instead we wound up with Zach Wilson. You know, Lawrence, he hasn't really flourished the way he was supposed to up to this point anyway, but at least he's still playing. You know, I can't say the same for Zach Wilson. But interesting, again, history between the Jets and Jaguars. You know, the Jaguars steal the number one pick that year in the last, like, 2 games of the season. Why? Because the Jets decide that they're going to beat the Rams, ironically, that year. When the Rams were like a strong playoff team that year, and they had no business beating the Rams that year, and they beat the Rams, and they just fucked their draft up. And then the Jaguars wound up getting the number one pick and drafting Lawrence. I say ironically with the Rams because the Rams are this week, and I will make a fast video for that, prediction video. But more than anything, to be honest, I just wanted to get these videos out to wish everyone a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. It's all wrapped up into one this year. And that's about it. So like I said, we got to talk some Darnold, right? I'll do it quick. You know, this guy is just having some season, man. He took the Vikings to 12-2 last week. So, unbelievable, man. I mean, I don't know if we're going to have a shot at this guy or not, but if we have a shot, if it's a possibility, the Jets need to explore it. That's all I'm going to say. I've said a lot about Darnold in the past few weeks, but that's all I'm going to say for this video because I'm going to start, you know, following the Darnold thing a little bit more closely once we start to get closer to the end of the season and his future becomes a little bit more clearer. You know, are the Vikings going to keep him? What's going to go on? So, I mean, listen, the Vikings are, right there for the number one seed in the NFC. So, I mean, what a season he is having, and what a season he is having with the Vikings. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. I mean, if they get the number one seed, you're talking about a possibility of going to the bowl for this team. So, I mean, wouldn't that be fucked up if Darnold takes the Vikings to the bowl? I mean, it would be amazing, but it would be fucked up as a Jet fan. Let me just clarify that. So, like I said, more than anything, this is just really to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holiday, a Happy Hanukkah, and that's it. So, I will see you for the Ram prediction video. That's if I can get these things done fast enough. I mean, it's Saturday night, so it's been a busy week.